Ryan had just left the college building when he heard a voice behind him calling out to him. Hey, Ryan! He turned around and saw what his best friend Parker, also his roommate. Oh, hey, Parker. You had your final class today as well? Yep. Are you heading back home? Yeah, pretty much. What about you? Yeah, the same. No plans today, though. As it is they were walking back to their apartment, they were leaving off college. So, do you have any plans for today? I mean, it's Friday and all. Uh, actually, yeah. I was actually going out with Luna today for a dinner date. Oh, right. It was today. Why? Do you have something else in mind? Well, I was thinking of you and I could maybe just go to the bar, grab a drink, but we can do that tomorrow. Sure, I don't have any in mind. Ryan and Parker have been best friends since elementary. They're very close, and they actually even applied for the same college. But there was a reason for this college, for at least for Ryan's sake. And the reason why Ryan had chosen this college is that when he wanted to study business and management courses, because one day he was planning to take over his family business. His family had been in a farming business for years, and in fact, he will be the third owner of this company. Ryan and Parker arrived at the apartment, and they just sat on the couch, just played some video games for a while, and sometimes in the evening, Ryan left the apartment and went to see his girlfriend, Luna. Luna, Ryan, and Parker were from the same town. They were from a medium-sized town, and Luna was a very much different compared to Parker and Ryan. She was from a wealthy family. Ryan arrived at the restaurant and waited just for a few minutes when Luna arrived. Here you are. Are you ready to go inside? Yeah, let's go. They went inside and they sat on a table and ordered their dinner. So, how has college been going for you, though? Any difficulties? Nope, not at all. What about you? No, not really. I mean, I do get myself into challenge when it's about management, business. I mean, it's something that you've wanted to do since you wanted to take over your family's business one day. True. And also since my dad wanted me to eventually take over the business, but he said in order to get that in a possible future, I had to study management and business courses in college. And I was like, I wanted the 2K to be take over my family's business one day. I mean, since this was for started with my grandfather, and I want to keep the family legacy continued. Yeah, I understand that. No, I mean, is something wrong? No, it just, you know, my family. Right. Yeah. There were actually a small problem. Even though Ryan's family were full aware of him be dating Luna, but Luna's family were not even aware of her being dating Ryan. It was not like that they would even be against it in the whole first place. The main reason is that Ryan's family business, which is farming. They wouldn't even believe, or at least Luna's parents wouldn't even approve it. So she had decided to keep it a secret from her family. But both Ryan and Luna realized that at some point they had to inform her family if they would get married or something. Even though Ryan had hoped one day to be able to meet Luna's family. Since they were from the same town, they were just hoping that maybe one day they could meet up. But it was just a bit difficult. Since Luna was not sure if her family would even approve their relationship at all, since of him being part of a farming family, since her father is a banker and her mother is a doctor, since they had a really high position in work business. So that was one of the main reasons why Luna never told her family about her having a boyfriend. But since she is living in a different city now currently for college, she doesn't meet her family so often. But when she do, her parents often ask her if she has found a boyfriend yet or if there is someone she is interested in. And even so, she doesn't even want to have anything to do with this. There were even one point, even when her father tried to say that even if she doesn't find a boyfriend before she finished college, he will have to have arranged marriage for her. And she despises the whole idea. But eventually they realized there had to be important that they had to tell her family. Since they are in their senior year of college right now, they in just less than a year they will finish it. So they had to come up with a good explanation. You know, I really wish that my family could maybe accept you. I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. But let's talk about that right now. Let's just have a good time on our date, right? Yeah, you're right. So they continue to date their dates and having a good time. And afterwards, they just took a walk around together in town before he accompanied her away to her apartment. And when he was home later in the evening, he received a call. It was from Naomi. Naomi was his older sister. She was only like 3 years older. Oh, hey sis, what can I do for you? Hey Ryan, so how's college? Uh, busy as always. Still taking your business and management courses? Well, yeah, I mean, if I'm able to take over the family business, I had to. That was one of the requirements my dad told me. Don't you remember that? Yep. Naomi was also part of the family's business. Since she is older than Ryan, she had studied also business and management when she was in college. And he was assumed that she would be the one to take over the business, not him. But since Ryan had the wishes, and Naomi didn't have the same goal and destiny that she didn't want to be the owner, but she would still want to be working with the business, but just not as the owner. So, is there any particular reason you call me? Uh, well, since Christmas is around the corner, and well, Mom asked me if I want to ask you if you are coming over for Christmas, this year. Um, yeah, I mean, since like you said, Christmas is around the corner, and well, we don't have any much more classes until a couple of weeks, so yeah, I believe so. Oh, that's great. Um, oh, there's something else I want to ask you. Yeah, is Luna going to stay and spend with her family this year, or did she have the mind of she wants to spend with us? Oh, yeah, I think she might isn't be with her family. She has still even told them about you too, haven't it? No, she hasn't. I mean, I know forcing her to do it soon enough, but since we're from both same town, and yeah, it just there's something else. Oh, Luna told me earlier today that if she doesn't get a boyfriend or at least a fiance before she finishes college, her dad is planning to have her in arranged marriage. You're kidding, right? I'm afraid not. Oh, well, I mean, it's possible that maybe that you could help her. Yeah, I think this might be that. So, oh, right, before I leave, the end call here, um, have you thought of, you know, asking her the question? Oh, well, I thought of doing it soon. Well, good luck. You will need it. Thanks. And they ended the call. The one thing that Naomi was referring to is that Ryan had recently bought a ring and that he was planning to propose to Luna just before Christmas break. He had only told that to Naomi and Parker. He didn't want to have the whole thing much ruined. And since Christmas break was just in the next 2 weeks, so he was planning to do it. But there was just one thing. He was really nervous. But as the time went on, and just the same week as they're having their winter break was started, he took her for a walk in town during the evening so they could be watching the Christmas light. And this was on a Wednesday. Ryan took her to see the Christmas light in the plaza and it was amazing with the Christmas tree standing up right in front of them and all the lights. This is so beautiful, Luna said. It sure is. This is amazing time. And just at that moment, Ryan went on his knees and showed her the ring and said, Luna, Luna, ever since we started dating, I realized you were the one for me. Despite our different backgrounds and all, but our passion for us, between us, the love we share is genuine. I cannot even imagine a day without you. Will you marry me? Luna started to cry and said yes right away. She couldn't even believe that he actually took the opportunity to propose to her during Christmas. But she said yes otherwise than that. They decided to have the wedding after they finished college because since they're in their senior year and since they're going to have a lot of exams and studies, so it's not like they wouldn't even have time to planning for their wedding. That evening, he was planning to keeping that a secret for his family when went back home to see them. And during the winter break, Ryan, Luna, and Parker all went home for their winter break. And during Christmas, Ryan and Luna did meet up just only for a brief moment where they exchanged their gifts and hope to see them again soon before New Year's Eve. And on Christmas, Ryan spilled the beans that he was now engaged to Luna. Congratulations, said Naomi to her younger brother. Thanks. So is you finally tying the knot, hmm? Well, not yet. I mean, we just got engaged and also we were planning for it sometime after we finished college. It makes sense, said Naomi. But considering with all the exams and studying you still have, so we probably would even have enough time to plan for the wedding, right? Exact my point. So, but yeah, we're just happy now to be engaged. Have Luna told her family about it? I doubt it. They still don't know about us yet, so. Well, hopefully. I hope so too. So, by end of that time, Luna and Ryan actually spent some time together during New Year's Eve. They spent most of their time today during the day, like talking, just go to cafe, just small talk. But there was a lot of things, the questions in their minds, like when will they present to her parents, that they're engaged and all. But they decided to just wait a bit longer. But what they didn't know, this revelation to her family would eventually come to a big surprise. As they went back to college after winter break was over, throughout the next several months, they were still happily engaged now. They were went on several dates, then even studied together, and just having a good time in college. Even there was a lot of stress, sleepless nights, and all that, but they persisted and managed to complete their dreams of college. And then, on the day when they were having their graduation from college, unfortunately, Ryan's parents was unable to come over, but his older sister took the opportunity to go. Ryan knew that his parents was probably too busy with their work. So, after the ceremony was over, Ryan stood by himself along with Luna while his sister went to use the restroom for a moment. And that moment, Luna's parents met Ryan for the first time, and they decided to break the news to them. Mom, Dad, you told me about me to hopefully to get married, to engaged or a boyfriend before I finish college. Yes, her dad said. Well, this is my fiance Ryan. We actually got engaged around just before Christmas. Wait, you got engaged and you never told us, her mom said. Her mom was a bit angry but also a bit shocked. Oh, well, at least. So, well, what does your family do for a living, though? They asked Ryan. That was a question that both Ryan and Luna was afraid that they would even ask. There was no point of lying, since they were from the same town. It was only likely they would find out. Well, my family is into farming. From that moment, both Luna's mom and dad, with a happy smile, turned a frown. Farming? Are you saying your family are farmers? Yeah. So what? What about it? I I can't believe it. Luna, your engagement with him is over. Break it off. But Luna refused. Dad, you told me to get engaged or at least date someone that I like. Yeah, but not like him. He is just a nobody. His family is farmers. They probably have a small farm. Dad, I can't believe it. You told me to get engaged or at least some dating with someone. You never told me there are some requirements. Sure, I even told you that, her dad said angrily. But once again, Luna refused, and her parents said that if she doesn't cut off the engagement right now, she would be disowned. She would have been disowned and cut off financially. They were hoping that she would be scared, that they wouldn't even pay for anything else in the future for her. But she just smiled and said, you know what? I don't care. If you don't care about me like that, I will move with my fiance Ryan to his family farm and live there. Don't you dare! I mean, I'm not even your darling anymore. You just disowned me. So with that, they just turned around and left. Her parents screamed out to her to stop, come back, but they refused. So they met up with Naomi by the front gate of the whole campus. Oh, did something happen? Well, let's take the car ride. I will explain later. And he did. Wow, she couldn't even believe. Wow, that it's hard to believe that your family is like that, right? I thought they would be understanding. I mean, did you tell them our family's farmers? Yeah. And there's just no way they can even believe that. So, after they just done that, Ryan and Parker eventually sold their apartment and they moved back home. Eventually, shortly after they had moved back home, Ryan started working in family business, but not as the owner right away. He still wanted to learn the ropes of how being operated the company in the first place. So he was becoming more like an apprentice slash owner slash employee. And as he was training under his father how to become the next CEO of the company, he and Luna actually had their wedding. Of course, there were questions if they would even invite her family, but they did send the invitation to her parents, but they refused to even acknowledge it. So they had a small wedding with Naomi as Luna's maid of honor and Parker as Ryan's best man. And they were just having a great time. Even though they were asked if they wanted to go for a big honeymoon, like Hawaii or Paris or something like that, but they said no, it's fine when they only had for if they could just rent a cabin for a weekend, something like that. So they did. And after about a year after they got married, Ryan actually had now officially become the next CEO and owner of the company. And there was this point when Luna announced to him that they were expecting their first child. And Ryan, he couldn't believe it. Wait, are you actually? Yep. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. And even his parents and his older sister was so excited that they were going to have a child soon. And they even had a son, which they named Hunter. Both Ryan and Luna felt quite excited now to have a family of their own. But their blessings went almost double, because about 3 years later they were blessed with another child, a daughter, which they named Ivy. Now they have a son and a daughter. They made their family complete. Even though that Luna sent a letter to her family with a photo of both Hunter and Ivy, which she wrote in a caption in it, "This is your grandchildren, Hunter and Ivy." But was still no response back from her parents, not by phone call, email, or even a letter. But then, one day, when they were at the park, they suddenly was actually approached by her parents. Somehow they find out about this, and they said, "Luna, why did you tell that your husband's family is rich?" "Did I even require to say that?" said Luna with almost a bit annoyed look. It turned out that Luna's parents had believed that Ryan was part of a middle class family by the fact that his family is wealthy as well. They own their own company that produce many vegetables and natural herbs. When her family found out, they immediately apologized and asked if they could reconcile and rekindle their relationship again as a family. At first, Ryan was considering it, but he decided to let that to Luna's decision. At first, it was looking as she was considering as well, but she then said, "No, I refuse." "Say what?" I mean, come on, Luna. We're apologizing to you, please. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Since you told me to cut off my engagement with Ryan back then, why should I believe you now? Of course, this is your grandchildren? No, not anymore. From this day, I cut my ties with you. So please leave us alone. Don't never try to reach out to me or my kids. If you do, it won't be a happy ending for you two." At first, it seems that Luna's dad wanted to say something almost like yelling, but they realized it was pointless. And even Ryan said, "You should have been apologized to us a long time ago. Then you maybe had a chance to restart your relationship with your own daughter. It is your own fault, not us." And I agree with her. Please leave. We don't want to have nothing to do with you, or and you are not even allowed to see your grandchildren. There, they just stood there, baffled. But they just turned around and walked away. From that day, neither had Ryan or Luna heard anything from them. But since Luna is still in much in contact with some other relatives from her family side, like cousins, aunts, and like that, they are only ones that had actually met Luna's children. And that's only the side of the family that is allowed. Luna was really happy when she had her daughter and her son. She was hoping that maybe when she showed her the photos of her grandchildren, that her family could at least accept Ryan. But they never did. And she doesn't regret her choice now to have them involved in her life anymore. She was planning to telling her children Hunter and Ivy about their grandparents' decision when they're old enough to understand why they never seen their maternal grandparents. Ryan supported her decision in this, but even deep down, Luna hopes that maybe one day that her parents could have been part of her family again. But even though it's just a dream, she just hopes that one day might be happened. Even though Ryan himself was also had some hopes that this could happen one day. And this is how Ryan and Luna found a true love, got a big family together. The end.